Hey guys, this is Scott the Gastric Tiger here with my month 28 RNY gastric bypass update. How you guys doing? It's been a couple weeks since I've come to you, so have a little bit to talk about, but let's start with the numbers. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you find my videos entertaining or at least informative. But I really appreciate you guys subscribing. So we'll start out with where I came from. I started out at 380 pounds, and I had RNY gastric bypass on October 28th of 2013 here in Columbia, Missouri with Dr. Delatorre here at Missouri Bariatric Services. I had a surgery day weight of 342. I hit my goal weight in November of 2014 and had a low weight of 219. Since then, there's been a little bit of a climb over the past couple years. And so last time I came to you, I think I was in the mid 250s. Unfortunately, I've actually been sitting in the low 260s the past week or so. I have a couple of reasons for that we'll get into, but I'm not happy with that number. Obviously, it is not an ideal number, and I have a plan to work on that. But what got me there? The night after I posted my last video, I actually had to work late, and I work with these big lead and steel caves that have these huge lids that it's sort of like rolling a tombstone, away from a tomb. Anyway, I was rolling one of these hundreds of pounds heavy steel plates out of the way so I could put in a sample onto a detector, and I twisted as I did it, which was stupid because that's the best way to hurt your back. And so that's what happened. I was finished up working. I didn't think anything of it. Went home the next morning, couldn't move. My back was completely seized up on me. So I took a couple days off work because all I could do was lay with a heating pad under me, and got some nice drugs from the doctor to help deal with it. And so that's what I've been dealing with for the past 2.5 weeks. It's 3 weeks now. But my doctor didn't want me to do any exercise except for maybe some light walking for the 2 weeks after I had my injury. So I was just released last Friday to do a little bit more intense working out. I actually made a joke to her, so I probably don't want to go right back to my body combat class, right? And she said, no, you probably want to ease into that. And so I've been trying to do a little bit of walking, but I haven't really done anything intense for a while. So without intense workout, that's how I keep weight off. But and that's just not been happening. So my weight has climbed, and it stayed there. I think part of that might be because of water retention from injury too. That often happens, but obviously I'm not happy about it. So I have a plan of attack of what I'm gonna do, and some of this might be slightly controversial, but I think it is needed to help me refocus and figure out a way to get this off. So I'm going back to basics. I have just decided that for an indefinite amount of time, it might be a couple days, it might be a week, it might be a couple weeks, I'm going to go back to strictly liquids and possibly some softs. I haven't decided about that yet. But I know that if I go for shakes for a while, and I'm not going to limit my calories. Anytime I want a shake, I'm going to have a shake. So I'm going to make sure to get my protein in, and I'm not going to worry too much about calories from shakes because I seriously doubt I'm going to overindulge on shakes, although I make delicious shakes. So anyway, that's my plan on the food front. Once I get my body recalibrated to the way it should be, hopefully, you know, food choices will be better, although they haven't been bad. So I don't really totally understand. Um, the other thing is, I'm planning on trying to work out every evening I can. I know I was released last Friday, and this is Wednesday. So it's been a few days since I've been released. I've done a little bit of walking, like around the neighborhood, or um, you know, but nothing intense. Tonight I did incline walking, which is one of my favorite exercises. It burns a freaking ton of calories and gets your heart rate to a decent up there, but not not crazy. Uh, but I really want to get back to running, but I don't think it's a good idea right now to do that. Although I do have another 5K that I signed up for this weekend. So I'll be doing that and probably running at least part of that. The cool thing about this 5K is it is in my neighborhood. Um, Actually, the the racetrack runs right in front of my house. So it'll be really cool to know what a 5K looks like in my neighborhood for whenever I want to run it. Um, it's a good cause. It's for the local Boy Scouts. So that's pretty cool. Um, what else is going on? Um, my evenings are starting to be taken up by some other activities, which will interfere with my exercise, but it might just delay my exercise until later in the evening. Um, on Monday nights, I have men's Bible study now that I'm doing on a normal basis, which is great because I'm getting to know some guys in my area because I don't have a whole lot of local friends. Um, and on Wednesday nights, I'm starting to take Mandarin, beginners Mandarin. But it's a cool course. It's taught through the Missouri Confucius Institute that my wife works at, and which, by the way, she gets to go to China this summer, which is awesome for her. I get to stay home, which isn't as awesome for me, but oh well, 2 weeks to myself. You know what I mean? Um, but anyway, taking beginning Mandarin, so at least 2 nights of my week are taken up by other stuff. Oh, and Sunday nights with a small group through my church. Um, but that's that. What else is going on? I guess I just want to comment on. I still, at this point in time, don't have this maintenance thing figured out. Um, it's, I think, one of the most complex and mind-blowing things I've ever had to figure out in my life. And I'm a pretty sharp cookie, but it's it's interesting and very complex. So, you know, I'll let you know if I ever figure it out. You know, I hope that it's not going to be one of these things where I'm going to have to be, you know, crazy for the rest of my life. But at this point, it's what it looks like. So at this point, I need to act as though I'm starting out again, and that's disheartening and scary. But it's where we are. Trying to face it with a positive attitude, and try not to get too discouraged. So, anyway, that's what's been going on in my life here recently. I don't think I have a whole lot else to talk about. I just also wanted to say, a big shout out to the Waffles. Thank you so much for setting up this countdown to Nashville thing. It's so nice to be doing this thing in community again. And I've always relied on you guys for support and for help and for a little bit of camaraderie because no one wants to do this thing alone. You know what I mean? Uh, so, thank you guys. And it's only 10 weeks, 10 more weeks till we get to Nashville. So, I'm really psyched to be able to see everybody again. So, anyway, I guess that's all I have. We're sitting at 11 minutes. Try to keep this short. So, I guess what I'll say is, until next time, get out there and have the courage to be the new you this week. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.